Bring an operating manual?
Yeah.
May have to read.
Yeah, maybe learn how to use this thing. Well, good morning, everyone. So today, it's been getting hotter around here. So the thing I want to do is to try to get this old swamp cooler back up and running. It's been a few years. I had it running when I first moved here, but I didn't, I haven't run it the last few years. So step one, I suppose, is going to be to, first get the lids off of it. And then take this insulation out. So they've been sticking, originally they put this, there's webs all over this damn thing. But originally they put this piece of insulation for the winter time to try to keep the cold out, because the wind would just blow straight through. So I'll have to store this someplace and not lose it. Screws are long. Maybe we can do this a little bit quicker if we switch over to power tools. There we go. Now it's free. Looks like this one probably needs a washer for next spring. Alright. Now we'll store this thing away somewhere. Like maybe under the bench here. And let's try, I guess we gotta plug it in. Or is it plugged in? Well, we gotta turn the power on. Woo! Well, dusty. But looks like the fan still runs. Now we just got to go put the pump back in. So let's go outside and figure that part out. Okay, the next step out here is to hook up the water hose. And then take these vents off and see, or these filters off, and let's take a look inside of here. It's a little crusty, but well, what can we do? Well, let's turn the water on and see what happens. Let's see, this is for the pump, so I'll need the pump. Is there any water flowing out here? No water flowing. Alright, what's going on? I'm going to have to take a look on the inside and see what's happening. Why is no water flowing to outside? It's probably because this valve is closed. There we go. Alright, now let's go back outside, turn the water back on, and see if we get some. So, let's see what happens now when we turn the water on. Okay, it's dribbling. There we go. Work the valve a little bit. Let's see, we probably should clean that pan out too, huh? So let's see, I'm going to turn this one off. We're going to let that fill up. Then we need to take this one out. And clean out this thing. And we'll move this whole thing out of the way so it can go into the ground. And let's try to clean out clean that out of there. So let's see if this, alright, let's turn the water off and try to scoop all of the mud that's in here now over to this hole. Take out whatever big clumps are in there. Wonder if I push up on the bottom here. No, that doesn't help any. something else I could use to clean this out. Shop vac maybe, but that would get everything wet in there, and I don't know if I want to waste my filter on my shop vac filter on getting the water out of here. Alright, let's try putting some more water in here. Now let's fill it up a bit and let's see if we can't get a big flow coming through it. And while that's running, I'm going to go get my pump. Okay, I knew I could find it. So here's the swamp cooler pump. That will hook in with that hose. I'll just set that over here for now. And I did think of something to kind of clean that out with. I have this old wash mitt that I kind of ruined with getting it greasy. Well, doing cleaning a car before vacation. Now I'm going to shut the water off. Let it drain for a couple more minutes here. Check for wasp nests. There's one. Get rid of that. Remove the moth. Alright, this is probably the cleanest this has been since I've owned it. Alright. That tray is cleaned out. Now, put the stop back in. That keeps the water level. Now let's hook up the pump. So I need to take this side off. And put the pump in here someplace. And plug it in. Which it goes right there. This goes right there. Now put the filter back on. Let's start the water back up. You guys still watching? Yeah, you are. Now you might as well check the belt while we're here. It looks pretty good, so that's in good shape. I think I replaced it when I first ran this. If you guys are curious, that's how it's filling up. So there's a float valve in there. And there's the pump. It plugs in up there. The fan plugs in up there, and that's all run from the controller on the front side. Now we're just waiting for the water to fill up, and I got it pretty clean. So that's looking pretty good. I mean, it was pretty muddy in there when I first started. And then what happens is the water dribbles down through this wick filter, and the air flowing through it pulls, evaporates the water, and then that cools the air. Now I think these filters are probably pretty crappy. I probably should replace them with some better ones. But this is what I have available right now. So we'll use it. Okay. Well, the water's about half full. Yep. We're going to come back in a bit when this is full. Okay, it's just about full. The float valve is starting to close off. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe it'll take a little bit longer. But I'm going to go try to turn it on now, and let's see what works. Or if it works. Okay, so do I remember what these things do? There's a high and a fan, and there's a pump and a fan. Sounds like that's pump. Let's go look and see how the pump is working, and then we'll come back with the fan. All right, pump is working. Water is starting to seep down through there on both sides. When I put this other one in, it will seep down this way. So let's put the other filter in. Go down through there. Here we go. We see water flowing down in here. All right, now let's go back in the shop and let's turn this thing on. Okay, let's see what happens when we turn the fan on. Here, let's move this stuff out of the way. All right, cool air. Now we'll see just how well that works. Well, we have the pump rolling and the fan blowing, and see if that can cool this shop down when it gets up to 100 degrees this week. Well, talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, I replaced the pads in the whatchamacallit, the cooler here, and let's see what kind of cooling we're getting. So it's 94 on that board there. It's 90. It's 90 something, 87 on that window. And inside of this cooler blowing, it is 75. So it's lowering the temperature by 10 degrees on what is bringing in here. How nice. Well, we'll see how that works, because it seems to be working pretty good. You know, it's nice standing right in front of it, especially. But, you know, you get it back here. What is it on the door over here? It's 84 way back over there. So, you know, I maybe need to get this cooler going a little bit sooner, and if I had the pads in there earlier, it probably would have done a lot better. But I just put those in about, say about a half hour ago. So, but it seems to be working pretty good. Well, talk to you again tomorrow. Well, good morning. So today I need to go over to Tim's house. He says that he has a problem with his mower, so I am going to run over there. But first I needed to turn on the swamp cooler, so maybe it'll cool things off by the time I come back here. What I'm going to do now is take off and go over to Tim's place, and I'll see you over there. Bye. So I decided I thought I'd take the Ram Express out for a little cruise. I haven't driven it very much the last few years, and occasionally I just need to take it out and putt around with it. So I don't know if you guys have seen a truck like this, but it was the last year that it was Dodge. After in 2013, I think they they rebranded everything to Ram, and it only says Dodge one place on this entire truck, and that's right up in this little eyeglass holder. But what's kind of cool about this truck is it's got 391 or 393 or whatever gears in it, so it really scoots. And you know, it's a fun truck to drive. Although although it will suck the gas if you keep your foot in the pedal. But anyway, I thought I'd take it over to Tim's just to make a nice little video out of it. And I guess I don't show driving around videos very often. Kind of planning to do a little bit more with that once I get the D100 running. I'll probably do more videos of me driving that around. But you know, just a great morning, beautiful day. What is it, 68 degrees right now? It's fairly early. Yeah, it'll get hot later today, so I had to turn on the swamp cooler so that we can work on the D100 again. But yeah, this truck, it really has some get up and go. Up to 45 in a couple seconds. It's pretty darn quick. But I'll see you when we get over to Tim's. Alright, I wonder where he's going to want me to park. He needs to trim back his trees a little bit here. It's a little tight. But we'll go take a look. He says that he has a lawnmower that is burning a lot of oil that isn't very old. So we thought I'd take over the Endoscope, and we'll try to put the Endoscope down the cylinder and see if we can take a look around and see if we can see what's going wrong. Well, I'm going to talk to Tim, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Alright, so we're over here at Tim's place, and he's got a Troy-Built with a, what is that, a single cylinder something or another?
Single cylinder, 20 horsepower Kohler motor.
And it burns oil.
Yep.
Alright. So, let's take a look here. Let me get the Endoscope out. Yeah, you take the cylinder out, I guess.
I got all the rebuild for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if I can get it in here. Give a little peek so down there. So you guys have seen this Endoscope before when I poked it down the gas tank. So thought we'd bring the same one over here to look down the cylinder of this mower.
See, that's a pretty black plug.
Yep. Got quite a bit of gunk on it. Okay. And we won't need much cable. So I don't want to unwind all of this. We'll just do maybe that much and put that.
Yeah, that's about enough. 6 inches.
Yep. It's got 15 foot of cable on it, so if I want to go down like ductwork or something like that. Okay. Here's the camera end. So this thing works by, you turn it on. Nope. Hold the button for a couple seconds so it turns it on. And then
feed it.
Yep. Why don't you feed it in there and we'll take it. You might want to straighten it out a little bit too. Are we looking? There's the cylinder. A little bit of rust on top. And
you can't see the
I see oil though right here.
Do you?
Now we can turn it to the side by pushing this button right here. See, now there's the cylinder. It's got a nice little cross hatch pattern on there. But what we need to do probably is turn it the whole way around.
You can turn it?
Well, I'm turning. Which way are you going? Clockwise, counterclockwise?
I'm turning this clockwise.
There you go.
So you see any scoring in that cylinder
I
wall?
don't see any scoring in that cylinder wall.
Just oil.
Just oil down there.
Wonder if that could be rings.
Well, I don't know. Is rings... I mean, look at that. That's got a nice hatch pattern to it, doesn't it?
It could be a head gasket too.
Yeah. I would.
All right.
I would guess if it was rings, you'd see some scoring on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But it confirms. Have to rebuild it.
Rebuild it one way or another.
So, well.
Oops. Wait. What? You know what I forgot to do?
What?
Hit record.
Oh, well.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Let's see here. Where is the... That's a picture thing. I'm still learning how to use this sometimes. One of these buttons is... Let me put the glasses back on. Give the viewers a better view. Let's see here. It's got a memory card. It's got... There's the camera. That's just a picture. That's the light.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one as
Maybe
bright
it's
as can be.
On the OK button.
Okay. No, I think I got what I got to do is I got to change this to something else. Oop. Wait, what's that? Oh, that's the head. And it mirrors it around. Oh, that flips it around. And date, stamp, resolution. I know this has got a record on it. I just can never remember how to do it.
Did you bring an operating manual?
Yeah.
May have to read.
Oh, yeah, maybe learn how to use this thing. It's not the menu. Is it this button? Nope, that turns it off. Yeah, see, I've only used it one time. And that was to look down that gas tank. And I thought it had something to do with that camera. But that's just taking pictures.
Well, we may have to do some reading here.
Yeah.
Hold maybe the camera in OK, who knows. Maybe M for movie.
Well, M just takes you to a menu.
Oh, does it? Oh.
With the gear. Is that a zoom? Oh, interesting. Okay, I know it did it before. Was there a button on the back? Well, that button there was to release the cable.
There's something on the middle of the back.
That's just a tripod or whatever holder. There's a reset. Here's the manual, I think. Yep. You would think holding one of these buttons, that just keeps taking pictures.
Press M to switch to video recording mode. Press camera to start recording.
Oh, wait, just press it. Aha! That was it. You had to do it quick, not hold. Okay.
All right.
So now, let's see. Let's go in here. Pull that back a little bit. There's a recording. Am I recording? Yep. Okay. So now I can see it's recording because down here it's showing.
You hit the camera after you go to movie.
Yep. And it's recording because it's counting now. So now you can see the cylinder. If you pull it back a little bit. And then if we change the angle, so that should be the side. Now you're seeing the threads. If you go in a little bit further, then you can see the cylinder.
Okay.
So that's the head, that's the cylinder.
Yeah.
And there's all the cross.
So the cylinder's not scored, that's a good thing.
Yep.
So maybe it's just a head gasket.
Probably just a head gasket.
Because this thing has less than 100 hours on it.
Yeah.
Which brings up a good conversation. Quit buying China.
Yeah, buy Japanese.
Taiwan. All right.
Or South Korea. Yep, there we go. All right, so everybody's gotten a chance to see what's in there.
There we go.
And what do you think? It's probably...
I think we're going to start tearing this down sometime this week. Rebuild it.
Yep. You got a head gasket for it?
I have the whole kit.
Oh, well, there you go.
So
You should be able to tell once you get the head off.
You want to do this on your show? We can definitely arrange that.
You'd have to bring it over to my place probably.
Really?
Well,
that's a long ride on a riding lawnmower that has a...
Well, you got a trailer?
Yeah, actually, but I don't know if it'll fit up in there.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I was just thinking I got the swamp cooler.
Ah. Yeah.
You know, that was the only thing I was thinking. Especially if it's supposed to be up in the upper 90s this week.
Yeah, it's too hot to be out
in the sun.
Yeah.
Playing with toys.
All right.
All right. Well, there you go. Looks like the cylinder was fine. I would say.
All right.
But those are kind of handy little tools to see. Get a chance to see what's
really
in there.
cool.
All right, so that was Tim's mower. We'll see what we do to fix it. Well, this thing's been running today. It's about 85 degrees outside, and this thing is blowing about 70 degree air, 71 degree air. So it seems that this swamp cooler cools things down about 10 degrees, just in case you were wondering.